Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Continuing our discussion with Dr. Arafa. Sir, now, we just learned that $17 trillion have been lost, really, not spent on war. And it's a huge sum of money that would be sufficient to solve many domestic or global issues the world is suffering from. Now, one aspect of this summit is the economic cooperation and how a good governance, a good planning that would be applied by any government within the country would actually result in economic surplus or economic cooperation, and different governments can use such a summit to sign different economic agreements as well. How important is it to try and sign a few agreements and maybe have future trade cooperations with other governments, especially that the Prime Minister has met Kristalina Georgieva, the Managing Director of the IMF, and they were actually discussing our economic reform program and possible reimbursements from the IMF?
Well, I must say that for any family, any person, any community, any government, I have things that I consume and things that I produce. If the things I consume I can produce, that's A1. If things that I can consume is not available, so I would get it from outside, from a different country. And if I produce something that I can sell, that I can exchange it with the things that I need. This type of cooperation needs a study, and needs a study from different avenues of saying, well, let us go and make an agreement with this country. No. What would be the best countries that I can make this type of cooperation? Things that I need without any broken parts. And the second thing that I can send to them, things that I produce with a safe price. This is an exchange, exactly like we are together. I'm planting sugar, you are planting rice, but we need both. I can give you with safe price, and you can give me with safe price, and we can live happy together. This is a cooperation that we need even to teach to our students, to our future generation, and instead of thinking, oh, this is, I would produce that, without even thinking in the plan where I'm going to send it, or who is needed. And even if in most of the things, the luxury things like tourism, well, I need people to come to me because this is a good business, and I need my people to go somewhere to make a good business.
Yes.
This type of cooperation is necessary, but it needs the people to be aware also, to be aware of what is going on and what we can do here and there. And here is the point that to take, saying the farmers in Sudan and the farmers in Africa, or the children in Sudan and children in Africa and children in Gaza and children in Palestine, they don't even know that they exist and the problems that they have.
Yes. Well, tourism is actually one of the things that Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has spoken about at the summit. Prime Minister Madbouli reiterated that Egypt is not just there to make an appearance or participate in a very minor way, but also it is actively participating. It already signed an appendix of an MOU, and this is the first day. He has already held a lot of meetings on the sidelines of the summit, and that's the first day, and hopefully more will be coming up over the next 2 days. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this edition of the Daily Debate. Before we go, I'd like to thank Dr. Salah Arafa, the Professor of Physics at the School of Sciences and Engineering at the American University in Cairo and a member of Civil Society Egypt. Dr. Arafa, thank you very much for joining us this evening.
A pleasure to be here. And
pleasure is ours.
day.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned for more coming up on Nile International. I'm Hani Saif. Thank you for joining us.